Imagine standing beneath the towering pyramids at Giza as the first light of dawn strikes their ancient stones, just as it has for over 4,500 years. You are in the land of the Pharaohs, where the Nile's life-giving waters fed not just crops, but an entire spiritual vision of eternity. The Egyptians didn't merely build tombs and carve hieroglyphs. They mapped the journey of the soul, decoded the mysteries of the divine, and created a sacred blueprint for existence that still captivates us today. Welcome to the Oracle's Sanctum. In this journey, we will walk the path of the ancients, through their beliefs in eternal life, their intricate preparations for the afterlife, and their unshakable devotion to Ma'at, the cosmic order that held the universe in balance. From the weighing of the heart in the Hall of Truth to the resurrection magic of Osiris, the Egyptians left us a spiritual legacy unlike any other. So let us now step into their sacred world, where death was not an end, but a transformation, and where the divine was as real as the sands beneath our feet. For the ancient Egyptians, time was cyclical rather than linear. They believed in Duat, eternity as a static, unchanging state, and Nehe, eternity as cyclical renewal, like the rising and setting of the sun. This duality reflected their view of the universe as both permanent and perpetually regenerating. The sun god Ra's daily journey across the sky symbolized this eternal cycle, dying each evening in the west and being reborn at dawn. Similarly, Osiris, the god of the afterlife, represented resurrection and continuity after death. The Egyptians sought to align themselves with these eternal rhythms through rituals, temple ceremonies, and personal piety. Their tombs and pyramids were designed as eternal homes, ensuring that the deceased would live forever in the afterlife. The phrase Ankh Uja Seneb, life, prosperity, health, was commonly inscribed on tombs, emphasizing the desire for everlasting existence. The Egyptian afterlife was not a single destination, but a complex journey requiring preparation, knowledge, and divine favor. Central to this belief was the idea that the soul had multiple parts, including Ka, life force, needed sustenance through offerings. Ba, personality, could move between the earthly and spiritual realms. Akh, transfigured spirit, the glorified form achieved after judgment. The Ka, the vital essence, the life force that animated both gods and humans, was created at birth by Khnum on his potter's wheel, required constant nourishment through tomb offerings. Ka priests were employed to deliver bread, beer, and incense centuries after death. Depicted as twin upraised arms, symbolizing both embrace and hunger, the Ka consumed the spiritual essence of offerings. The Ba, the mobile consciousness, a human-headed bird representing personality, memory, and movement between realms. By night, the Ba could visit the living world or travel with Ra through the Duat, underworld. The famous Ba bird hieroglyph shows it hovering protectively over mummies in tomb paintings. The Akh, the radiant being, the perfected luminous form, was achieved only after passing the weighing of the heart, could intervene in human affairs as the effective spirit, Egyptian Aku, meaning shining ones, shown in texts as an ibis-crested figure glowing with starlight, often grouped with Orion and Sirius. The weighing of the heart ceremony. Upon death, the soul faced judgment in the Hall of Ma'at, where the heart, believed to hold one's deeds, was weighed against the feather of Ma'at. If the heart was pure, the deceased was granted eternal life in the Field of Reeds, a paradise mirroring Egypt itself. If not, the soul was devoured by Ammit, the eater of the dead, resulting in a second permanent death. Funerary texts and guides to the afterlife. To aid the deceased, Egyptians used funerary texts such as the pyramid texts, Old Kingdom, spells for pharaohs to ascend to the heavens, the coffin texts, Middle Kingdom, expanded access to afterlife knowledge for nobles, the Book of the Dead, New Kingdom, personalized spells to navigate the underworld. These texts contained instructions, prayers, and magical formulas to help the soul overcome obstacles and gain the gods' favor. Mummification was essential for preserving the body so the Ka and Ba could recognize it in the afterlife. The process took 70 days and involved removal of organs, stored in canopic jars protected by the 4 sons of Horus, dehydration with natron, a salt mixture to dry out the body, wrapping in linen, accompanied by amulets for protection. Tombs were filled with items the deceased might need: food, clothing, weapons, and shabti, servant figurines to perform labor in the afterlife. The walls were inscribed with spells and depictions of daily life to ensure continuity of existence. The grandeur of tombs, from mastabas to pyramids to the Valley of the Kings, reflected social status and religious devotion. Pharaohs like Tutankhamun were buried with immense wealth to sustain their divine status in the next world. The ancient Egyptians believed Ma'at was the fundamental force that sustained creation, a sacred balance governing the cosmos, nature, and human conduct. More than a goddess, Ma'at was the blueprint of existence, ensuring the universe remained orderly and life could flourish. The ancient Egyptians did not merely worship Ma'at, they structured their entire society around her principles. At every level, from the divine pharaoh to the humblest farmer, maintaining cosmic and social balance was a sacred duty. The pharaoh, living embodiment of Ma'at. As the lord of Ma'at, the pharaoh was both political ruler and high priest of cosmic order. 1. Ritual sustenance of creation. Daily temple ceremonies where pharaohs, or their proxy priests, offered miniature Ma'at statues to gods, symbolically feeding the universe's balance. Recited the litany of Ma'at. I have made order rise from chaos like the first dawn. Coronation oaths binding rulers to Ma'at's laws, sworn before the 42 assessor gods. Second, judicial role. Courtrooms called the Hall of Ma'at displayed her feather emblem. Viziers wore golden Ma'at, pendants as badges of impartial justice. Famous lawgivers like Horemheb reformed legal codes to make Ma'at shine brighter than gold. Third, military duty against Isfet. Wars framed as defeating chaos, e.g., Ramses II's Kadesh inscriptions. Foreign lands were seen as realms of disorder until conquered and Ma'atified. The ancient Egyptian pantheon functioned as a celestial hierarchy, with each deity governing vital aspects of existence. At its pinnacle reigned Amun-Ra, the sun god whose daily rebirth sustained creation, while Osiris, the green-skinned lord of the underworld, symbolized resurrection and agricultural renewal. Isis, his devoted sister-wife, embodied magic and maternal protection, weaving spells to safeguard both gods and mortals. Thoth, the ibis-headed scribe, maintained divine knowledge and judgment, his lunar associations balancing Ra's solar dominion. Meanwhile, Hathor's joyous presence blessed music, love, and childbirth, her cow horns cradling the sun disk. These core deities worked in concert, their roles reflecting the Egyptians' understanding of nature's cycles, flood, harvest, and the eternal dance of light and darkness. Tutankhamun, Egypt's famed boy king, ascended the throne at just 9 years old during the 18th dynasty, circa 1332 to 1323 BCE. Though his reign was brief, his intact tomb, discovered in 1922, revealed unparalleled treasures, from golden sarcophagi to intricate jewelry, offering an extraordinary glimpse into royal burial practices and the opulence of the new kingdom. His legacy endures as a symbol of ancient Egypt's grandeur. Yet the pantheon also embraced formidable forces of chaos and order. Seth, the red-haired god of storms and violence, challenged cosmic harmony, his battles with Horus representing Egypt's struggle against foreign chaos. Anubis, the jackal-headed psychopomp, guided souls through the afterlife's trials, while Sekhmet, the lioness of fury, could unleash plagues or cure them. Lesser deities like Taweret, the hippopotamus goddess of childbirth, and Bez, the dwarf protector of households, addressed daily human concerns. Together, this divine assembly formed a sacred bureaucracy, each god demanding specific rites, temples, and offerings to maintain universal equilibrium. Pharaohs served as their living intermediaries, ensuring Ma'at's balance through devotion to this intricate divine order. The pharaoh stood at the sacred intersection of the divine and mortal realms, serving as both political ruler and high priest of cosmic order. Believed to be the living incarnation of Horus and the divine son of Ra, he was entrusted with upholding Ma'at, the delicate balance governing the universe. His sacred duties were threefold: ritual, military, and architectural. Each year, he performed the Hebsed festival to renew his vitality and conducted ceremonies to ensure the Nile's life-giving floods, without which Egypt would descend into chaos. As commander of the armies, he led campaigns not just for expansion, but to vanquish Isfet, disorder, symbolized by foreign enemies like the Hyksos, or Nubians. His builders raised colossal temples: Karnak, Abu Simbel, Luxor, each stone a prayer in granite, aligning earthly structures with celestial patterns. Upon death, the pharaoh underwent a sacred metamorphosis. His spirit, merged with Osiris in the Duat, while his successor, now the new Horus, ascended the throne to continue the eternal cycle. The pyramids, tombs, and mortuary complexes were not mere monuments, but resurrection machines, ensuring the pharaoh's divine authority persisted beyond death. Thus, the pharaoh was both king and deity, mortal and immortal, the guarantor of Egypt's survival in a universe sustained by ritual, obedience, and the unwavering will of the gods. Egyptian spirituality was a profound system that integrated cosmology, ethics, and statecraft. Their beliefs in eternity, the afterlife, and divine order influenced art, architecture, and governance for millennia. Even today, their funerary practices, myths, and reverence for balance continue to captivate modern audiences, offering timeless insights into humanity's search for meaning beyond death. The enduring legacy of Mayat reminds us of the universal human desire for harmony, justice, and transcendence, an eternal quest as relevant now as it was in the age of the pharaohs. Thank you for joining the Oracle's Sanctum. Your curiosity and passion keep these timeless teachings alive. If this exploration of Ma'at's wisdom resonated with you, don't forget to smash that like button, let the algorithm of the gods know you're here. Hit subscribe so you never miss a journey into the mysteries of the past. Drop a comment below. Until next time, walk in balance, seek truth, and may the scales of justice always tip in your favor. This is the Oracle's Sanctum signing off. Stay curious and keep exploring.